Well, hello again.
Hello again. A new show, but we're still loving
New
it. Oh
show.
my
Yeah,
gosh.
thank you.
Congratulations, seriously, on everything with St.
Thank
Denis
you.
Medical. It's so
Thank
funny,
you.
so good. And I love seeing you in this different kind of like, not even just a role, but universe. Like seeing you in that different environment for a sitcom is so much fun for me as a fan of yours.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. It's been pretty fun for me too. It takes me back to the days when I worked in an office, and I mean, you kind of feel like you're wasting your life a little bit. But in Joyce's world, like these are life and death situations. But I'm just saying in terms of like putting on Joyce's, little suits and stuff like that, it just reminds me of being, when I worked in an office and how, you're just uncomfortable and checking the clock all day and whatever. But Joyce is, obviously her job is very meaningful. Mine was not when I worked in an office.
It is so funny that you get to relate to it back and forth too, as
Mhm.
well. You know what I mean? Like when you're
Yeah.
able to recall your own experience, even if it wasn't identical, to be like, ooh, look how this is coming into my life later to play.
Right, right. And the whole thing about having to wear high heels, I don't know if I can sustain that.
No.
I don't think I can sustain it. I think season three, I'm gonna have to switch to tennis shoes.
You shouldn't.
It,
No one should be subjected to that ever.
no, no, that we don't need to go back to the 90s, when, that was required workwear.
Hmm.
Forget it.
No,
That's
my
torture.
my feet would never be able to handle that. One thing I really like about your projects in particular is I feel like there's always a lot of heart that I can relate to. And comedy in general, I feel like is an underappreciated genre in terms of the heart that it does give to audiences because some people will just focus on it's funny, did the jokes make me laugh? But there's always
Right.
that undertone that relates a little more, specifically with the sitcoms. When you personally read a script, how important is it for you that the series does have something to resonate with compared to just the comedy, the jokes, the character situations you know you're going to put yourself into?
Right. It gets old real fast if all you're doing is just throwing out punchlines, and the audiences are smart now. They pick up on that. And if there's nothing to sink their teeth into and nothing to relate to on a human level, they will leave you. Okay. So the thing about um, scripts that I read is like, why is this person likable? They have to be trying to get somewhere in life, have some dreams that are unrealized. And comedy comes from something that's wrong that you're trying to make right again. And nobody does that perfectly. That's an upward battle, always, always, always. So that to me is the delicious part of a character is like, what's their Achilles heel? What do they really want to be doing? And I love that Joyce has all these really weird hobbies, you know, and they're mostly solitary because Joyce doesn't know how to people, she knows how to work. She knows how to manage employees, but she's a little stunted because she's married to her job. Her best friend is her job. And there's a lot of people like that, especially when in the medical profession, when it's go, go, go all the time, get through school, do your residency, do all these things, get your fellowship, pay off those loans. All you do is work, work, work. And then at one point, the years fly by.
Yeah.
And at one point you look around saying, oh, wait a minute. I, who am I? I forgot what I'm like. I think Joyce has genuinely forgotten how to be a girl because she's been with Sanderson, that useless boyfriend, for
Oh, we
so
will be getting into that,
yeah.
don't
So that's what's fun to play her. Like when she's sitting through the wedding planning meeting, like couldn't be bothered. Have you ever met a bride like that?
It was hilarious to watch that
It was
because I
pretty
was
fun to play,
like,
I gotta
I
say.
was waiting for her to wake up, and then the moment she did, I was like, let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Like, I don't want cake at my wedding. Just say you don't want to get married,
Exactly. Everyone
you
needs
know.
some chocolate cake at their wedding.
So yeah, she's been fun to play. She's been fun to play. I'm very lucky.
Gosh. How has being on this show changed your perspective on the comedy genre and also that mockumentary element? How did that challenge you?
There's a lot of mockumentaries out right now.
Yeah.
NBC had 4 last year. But the thing is that there are so many documentaries about workplaces, right? That I think people are used to seeing that format.
Yeah.
And it does give you an excuse to break the fourth wall and kind of talk about other people. Um, yeah, that was an interesting transition for me to be encouraged to look at the camera because it feels wrong, but also if there's a mockumentary, it's because Joyce brought them in,
Exactly.
for whatever reason. We'll find that out at some point. But when something goes wrong on camera and she's there, she's not going to turn and say to them, uh-oh, she's going to try to cover that up or say, nope, nope, cut that out. You have to cut that out. This is all her idea. So it's different for my character than it is for the others.
Mm-hmm.
But what a party, it is fun. It is fun. And I don't think that genre is going away anytime soon.
No, especially with how popular documentaries have gotten lately.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
there's been a surge of that, and it's kind of transitioning over to the comedy genre
Mhm.
even more, which is
Mhm.
it's fun
And
when
so
you get to
sometimes
explore.
I've read the comments and people are like, "Oh, this is just a repackaged version of Scrubs." And I'm like, I'm not seeing that.
No.
I'm not seeing that. That they have their own very specific style with the whip pans and you know, it's a very like early 2000s way of doing a comedy. And clearly people love it. But we are not doing the same thing. And P.S., in the way that America needs a lot of hospitals, I feel like we need a lot of hospital shows
Yes.
because you can never cover that topic enough in the way that you can't cover crime shows enough. It's different in every city, you know? So yeah, I love Scrubs. I don't see the overlap.
No.
Um, and I love The Pit. And there is definitely no overlap. Thank God, because I would be fainting constantly.
I have a two-part question for you. I'm going to ask
Okay,
you to get a little creative here.
sure.
If you could have one character from any sitcom that you are personally a fan of do a cameo in this show, who would you pick? And then which of your past characters would make an interesting patient for the St. Denis Medical staff?
Okay, I would love to have Valerie Cherish from The Comeback
Good choice.
come in, maybe for a little nip tuck or something.
Yeah.
So she goes to the most obscure hospital she can go to. Not that St. Denis even does that. We're a safety hospital, so they probably don't even do that. But that would be fun. And listen, I think if Deputy Clementine Johnson ever came in with some odd venereal disease, or maybe she was on some sort of like weird spiritual trek in the forest and got a tick or something. I think that would be pretty fun. I don't see a world where that would ever happen, but maybe. I mean, Reno is not far off from Oregon. There could be I don't know. I don't know.
In our wildest dreams, right?
Yes, maybe what it will take is for us to just write it up
Makes sense.
and just
Wendy,
present
let's
it to
go.
them. Let's do it. Okay, after we're done with this,
Let's go.
I'll send you another link and we'll
Exactly.
just do it.
There we
Yeah.
go. Actually, going back to the proposal with Sanderson, that's my next question
Mm-hmm.
for you. What is your favorite aspect of how that was handled in terms of the breakup arc for the two of them?
Oh gosh. Okay, so what I loved, he's such a man child
Yeah.
and clearly easy to manipulate. That's why they've been together for so long because he's easy. She doesn't have to spend a lot of time with him. Like he has nothing going on in life. So whenever she snaps, he jumps. Okay, that works very well for her. But when it came time to break up and he's screaming in the office, give me some poison. I want to drink some poison. I I thought that was so funny. And then when he comes back to collect his things and
Yeah.
he's got a soul patch and Joyce is like, well, wait a second. Wait just a second. A soul patch? I've been dying for him. I mean, I thought that was so funny because no one ever breaks up cleanly.
No.
There's always
You're
the
the one doing it.
yes. Oh God. And there's always a little back and forth, and you drag it out, and it's disgusting. But then he meets, Ashley, the
Yes.
girl that's going to end up being our midwife. I don't know where that's going, but I love it already. I hope
Exactly.
it
A lot of
goes somewhere.
material for you.
Because if Ashley marries Sanderson Ashley, she'll be Ashley Ashley, you know? And to see him find his soulmate and it's not Joyce, that's going to kill her. Just she doesn't want him, but it means she did something wrong. We don't like that.
No. No one likes that. It's
No
not
one
just
likes that.
right?
Like, well, wait a minute. I want to break up with you, but I also want you to pine away from me for the rest of your life. It's very unfair. So, yeah, I can't wait to see what they've got written for that because I love Kristen Shell. Is that how you say her last name?
She's so
She's a
funny.
hoot. Yeah, she's so fun. So, yeah.
I'm excited to see where that goes. Even though things didn't go as planned, how rewarding was it for you to see the birthing center officially open after all the effort and work and everything that Joyce has put into it?
I mean, the way Joyce had been begging for money all season one, and the way that she had these grandiose visions for a birthing center. I mean, look, you want your birthing center to be top notch, but do you need themed rooms? No, but that's her thinking. Um, and for it to finally happen and her not to be able to be there, that was such a kick in the face to Joyce. But it set us up for the finale, didn't it?
Oh, we have
With,
questions about
with
that too,
Ron.
don't you?
Oh, I also have questions. I also have some questions. Because it's been my dream. As soon as I found out that David Allen Greer was on the show, like, oh, our characters, we're the oldest ones. So we had to have worked together for a long time. We were residents together back when she was a doctor.
Where's the
I
back?
want to see that.
Where is it? Let's go.
Yeah, we've got to see that. So I mean, as I mean, we know he's divorced and has kids that he barely talks to, and blah blah blah. He's very grumpy. She's just as grumpy. So, what was the beginning like when they would get off their ship? Would they go dancing? Was there a hookup? Are they just really, really close friends? Is there a friends with benefits thing that's about to happen? I don't know, Sophia.
You're supposed to have the answers for me, Wendy. Come
I
on.
wish I'm
Get
itching
me.
from the inside of my skin to find this information out. And I am really looking forward to going back to work and reading these scripts.
Is it a possibility to explore this with season three? Or we have we spoken about that? Not that you could really
I
tell much,
mean,
but
the only thing I know is what he said at the end of the episode.
oh, we all know it.
So we all know.
Okay.
If we don't explore that, I think that is such a missed opportunity.
Get me answers,
I
Wendy.
mean, I mean, it's season 3. Is it? I don't think it's too early to start doing flashbacks or dream sequences.
Those are always the best, though. Come on.
I want to see David Allen Greer in, a kid and play flat top, very, very high flat top, and Joyce in a Madonna ponytail from the 90s.
As I deserve, exactly.
Okay, I think the people need to see that.
You got to make sure it
And
happens.
yeah, we'll heal some people. We'll keep healing people.
Listen, you
Who
got to have
knows?
like at least 1 or 2 episodes where you get to have that, like, you got to.
Yeah,
When you set it up
yeah.
this perfectly. So you got to be our voice. You got to get that going behind the scenes.
Again, Sophia, after this, we're just gonna write
Exactly.
it
We have a
up
lot. We're
and
going to write the whole
present it.
season.
Yeah.
Oh, you are the best.
Oh,
And
what
going
fun.
into the finale, we see her really sacrifice cutting the ribbon in that moment to be there
Yeah,
for Ron.
yeah.
What do you think that says about who Joyce is as her core? Because that was just a really like beautiful thing to see. And I feel like it's easy to move past that a little quickly, but it was something that I really loved for her character.
Yeah, Joyce needed a win. Joyce needed a win because there were so many setbacks with that damn birthing center. I was very happy that it actually happened. Such a bold choice, though, to make it an umbilical cord that they cut, and that she couldn't be there to do it. I mean, I teared up when we filmed that scene,
Yeah.
you know, and yet I think it does show that Joyce's priorities at her heart are in the right place.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this is happening. That'll take care of itself. I got to get to Ron. So I did love that. I did love that.
Yeah.
And that whole little debacle with the choir and falling off the stage. Like, why did she need to do that? Why did she clearly wants the accolades. And I think it's
Who wants to be
important for her to
celebrated?
not get them. I think it's important to the show that she keeps chasing after something that she's not going to get, but she keeps going because that's what we all do. We all want recognition, and most of us are not going to get it
No.
in the way that we think we deserve.
And that's why
And that concludes my Emmy campaign.
Wendy, you got a genuine laugh out of me before. You got such a genuine laugh out of me. No, you're so right, though.
No, but I just think it's important that Joyce keeps chasing something she's not going to get. That humanizes her.
Yeah.
Or if she gets it, it's just like, here's a certificate that we printed out, because in the end, none of these things matter.
No, of course
What
not.
matters is, what that's going to do for the community. But
Mhm.
Joyce wants to be seen. We all want to be seen.
I have one last quick question to wrap us up. In the
Yeah.
season finale, Ron has his surgery, and through that, Joyce realizes what really makes Denis Medical special is that we make time. On that
Mhm.
note, what is it about this experience that makes it special to you?
I think it's when we hear from actual healthcare workers and say, "Oh my God, thank you for doing a show that's light and fun and that humanizes us." Okay, I'm paraphrasing clearly, but that means everything because, and especially we got good feedback on the episode where they talk about the incidences of violence against healthcare workers because that is ridiculous. And no one deserves that, especially people who don't get to take a full lunch every day. Everybody got into this for the right reasons, but you get beaten down and beaten down and beaten down. And so I think when people in the healthcare profession see what we're doing, that's very gratifying. I love being told that we're funny, but I love that it's resonating with healthcare professionals. That means everything. And by the way, pay the nurses. All these
Bold
strikes that are
letters.
going on. Pay the frickin' nurses. Why? Because pay the nurses. I can't even believe this is a question. Pay
Wendi,
the nurses. I don't.
perfect.
That's it.
Exactly. Bold letters, pay the
Yeah.
nurses.
Pay the nurses. They're doing things that you would never do. Okay. They're doing things that would break most of us in half within 3 hours.
Yep.
Pay the nurses. Full stop.
Wendi, thank you so much. You are the
Thank you.
absolute best. I am so happy we got to catch up, and we have to do this more often.
I hope so. 5 years?
No,
That's
this was
too
too long.
long.
No,
Too
no.
long. Oh,
Season 3. I'll see you then.
yeah.
You have a lot of questions to answer.
Yes, season 3. Make it so.